Hey everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications for our upcoming videos and episodes. Thank you and enjoy the show.
All right. What today is?
It's
What today
Redline
is?
Thursday. It's Redline Thursday. It's Redline Thursday.
What? Oh my God! It is another red line Thursday in this piece up in here, and y'all, we got one hell of a show for y'all. We just need to have a meeting with our with the city of Chicago. You know, the people of Chicago. So y'all call on in. Call on in. Come on,
Yeah,
Chicago. Call on in because we need a meeting on this Red Line
bring it
podcast.
in, bring it in, bring it in.
Darnell, tell us what we got on for today. What's the agenda for the meeting on tonight on the Red Line podcast?
All right, hold on, people. My mic wanna be acting all funny style with me because I guess it knows I'm finna go off today. So give me 1 second here, cause the mic don't want to cooperate, but we gonna make it work. You dig?
The
So here
microphone
we
said,
go.
The microphone said, no, you're gonna go off on him. No.
No, no, no. I'm just saying the mic stand and the mic wanna not let me be great this evening, but I got it fixed now. Good job, good job. Anyways, hey everybody. Welcome to the Red Line Podcast hosted by myself, Nelly Swag09, and the wonderful Queen Alexis. You're here right here on
Hey,
TalkShoeRadio.com. The doors are now closing. Please take your seat. Hold on tight as this train pulls from Howard headed south to 95th, but due to Mayor Lori Lightfoot, I don't think we can go past, I think, what, 35th and Sox? I don't know. Anyways,
we gonna have to
on
start at
today's
35th.
on, t- on today's episode of the Red Line Podcast, we are discussing the looting that took place here in Chicago late Sunday night into the early hours of Monday morning. We're going to talk about what led to the looting, the facts, the rumors, and the city's response from the police to the mayor. We are talking about it from every possible point of view we can. But like we always like to do at this time before we talk in depth, go deep into the discussion, and we have to do what is everyone's favorite segment and my personal favorite. So everybody out there listening, say it with me. Loose squares, and loud. Brought to you by our very own Queen Alexis right here on the Red Line Podcast. So Queen, what's your loose squares and loud for this Red Line Thursday? Go ahead and let the passengers on the train know. I'm just gonna let you go. I'm going to the corner until you just go.
How much time do I have? Well, Nelly Swag, my
This
sister,
this, this might be a loose squares and loud all show. So just just
go for
gone,
it.
just gone,
Go,
just gone.
sis. I'm gonna have to rename this segment just for this show, and it probably gonna happen for the next show, depending on what else Chicago gonna do and everything. My loose squares and loud is now turned into loose squares, loud, and black and miles. Which one you want? Wine, jazz. Which one? Regular. Which
Not
one?
the black and mouse.
Apple.
Not the black and mouse. Oh my lord. Go. I'm going to
Because
the corner.
the reason being, oh my God, this weekend, y'all acted a fool. Look, not only outside, but on air as well. Oh my God. So my loose squares, black and miles and loud have two shout outs. First shout out to the brother that was on ABC News when they were broadcasting on the scene of the looting, just taking his wonderful, magnificent time packing his stuff that he looted into the back of his red truck with his license plates just showing. I think it was BX something, BX2479. I don't know. Hey, y'all saw it. I gotta give this brother a shout out for the simple fact that he did not do like the other looters did. Smash, grab, and go. Smash, grab, and go. That's the basis of looting. You smash, you grab, you go. No, this brother right here, he decided he gonna smash, he gonna grab, and then he gonna bag his own shit that he stole, and then he went. Everybody else was running. He was walking coolly to his car as if Macy's was open at 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, ever. Like he was open regular hours, like putting his bags in, like nobody see him. He ain't see not nail camera or nothing. So that's my first shout out to him. My second shout out, I have to do it. Oh God. Okay, here what happened was. So while me and Charnel was up here doing research about this story that we about to talk about tonight, somebody, i.e. my brother, sent me and my mama a video. And I'm thinking it's about the same thing. Nope, it's not. I want to give a shout out to the 2 employees at WGCI that got it in so good that they pushed the on air button. Oh my God. I mean, the whole wide world, Clear Channel, everybody and their mama heard them clapping cheeks, give it in, stroking good, and I bet you from the sound of it, that stroke was wonderful. Woo! On air this Sunday. Oh my God. Y'all are the GOAT forever. So shout out to those 2 employees. I know y'all ain't got no job right now, but at least y'all came and y'all went. And that's Blue Squares Black and
Well,
Charnel.
that was Loose Squirrels and Loud. I got one thing to say. When I watched that brother take his book bag off so gingerly and just put it in the
Nice.
back and
Like
lock
ain't
his
nothing
car,
going on.
like unlock. He defined a whole new meaning of pop the trunk. Like he
Oh,
literally
Papa Trump.
unlocked his car and put it and I'm curious because why was there Macy's bags? Cause like did you like I'm confused. Cause if you're looting, like why you got bags? But that's I'm
The, the
I
brother
don't know.
begged. He self-checked himself out.
So
He begged
brother
his shit.
brother, I hope you self-checked a receipt because CPD is coming to get you. Cause and shouts out to the cameraman because he was so petty. He zoomed in on dude's license plate and his face.
I
He
swear.
zoomed in. Like a part of me think that the cameraman was a camera lady and said, "That's my ex, that's my baby daddy. I don't like him. He going to jail." And just
Be like,
zoomed
there
in
you
on
go.
all his
There you go.
information. On all his and somebody know who that dude is. And all they gotta do,
Probably
you
went
made CPD's job so easy because all they gotta do is run the license plate through the DMV and they get all your information. But whoo! So, but yes, thank you for that. Loose squares and loud with black and mouths, great flavor. Um, Queen
that
Alexis,
was
that was
why
beautiful. That was wine. Yeah, that was. So let's get down to it. So on Sunday, I went to a small gathering with my daughter, had a good time. It was nice. Nice to do something normal considering the time we living in, from the pandemic to the social unrest to the economic impact it has had on everyone. So it was cool. So I went to bed like I'm sure many of you did. I woke up around 4, almost 5 a.m., went to the bathroom, was about to, get my morning started, pray, and, try to be as productive as I could this morning. Then I get on Facebook. I see a couple of posts about Chicago. Y'all really looting again? And then I saw a couple more posts and I was like, what? What happened? So I turned to Channel 7 News and I saw some of the most unbelievable stuff I have ever seen. And I was just shocked. And I just was I never in my, like, mind you, we went through looting back in May and June after the George Floyd case, but this, I was like, what happened? I didn't hear anything. So everybody is wondering, so what caused this? And that's the big question I had. So according to multiple news sources, the widespread looting of downtown was kicked off Sunday afternoon when police officers shot and wounded a black man in Inglewood, leading to angry confrontation, a flurry of social media posts, and violent destructions. The fact that the police shot 20-year-old Latrell Allen is not disputed, but as misinformation spread across the neighborhood and social media in the absence of video evidence, it caused all of these things to happen. So I want to get down to what's rumors, what's facts, and what really led up to this situation here. So Chicago, I love you. Been here my whole life, born and raised, but I have never in my whole entire life just looked at the TV with pure, like, I'm always down to rationalize some things. So let's debunk one of the first rumors that happened. One of the first rumors from some videos I saw is they were screaming at the police in Inglewood, in the block of the 5700 block of Wayne, I believe, and was saying that the police killed and shot a 15-year-old kid. They killed that 15-year-old boy. No. What I just read, he was 20 years old and he shot at police and he was yeah. So Chicago, like, why okay, so what made y'all act on impulse? Y'all didn't get all the facts, and granted, I know that we don't have a whole lot of trust with police, the minority communities, especially in the communities out here in Chicago, especially our relationship with CPD. But this one, Laquan McDonald, this one, that, it wasn't. And everybody was so quick to react. And why was your first reaction to loot? Like, why was that your first and foremost reaction? Like, I'm confused, I'm bewildered, and I'm bothered by that action. Because everybody would say, hey, you're saying that people are not justified to do things. No, but what is going to Gucci, Macy's, and Best Buy and doing all of that is going to do? Except get you locked up in the same system you're trying to say you're fighting against, or you feel so oppressed by. Why give the man an upper hand by giving yourself a criminal record? What sense does that make? You hustling backwards, Chicago? Queen Alexis, what's your take on this whole thing?
I'm still in the corner. Let me put it like this. This wasn't no um civil unrest. This wasn't no injustice at all. And I don't care who said it. And I've had a lot of people that was on my page arguing me down, talking about but off the street, what people that will do, they got videos of what happened and tag me up in that mug, and it's all the videos is of people with their phones out, standing around in front of the police squad. Talking about, man, I heard they shot and killed a 15-year-old. I heard they said they shot him 15 times, shot him 11 times, shot him 20 times. These some niggas that don't know what they was talking about. This was an opportunist situation. Y'all niggas done ran out of that 10K that y'all committed fraud to get, and y'all went and looted. That was not a situation of injustice or police brutality at
Not
all.
at all.
They
Not at all.
responded. They responded to a call saying there's a dude out there in the park with a gun, and it's the exact same gun that he had up in his Facebook post. I'm gonna just now let me pause right there and bring this up here because I know there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna hear this and be like, and so what? Perception is everything. If you are on social media and you are posted with guns or posted with weed or posted with money, and then you end up in a situation like this young brother right here and get caught with the exact same gun that is all up on your page, ain't nobody gonna look at this page, look at your post and see, oh, a victim. They gonna see a perpetrator. Dead
Okay,
ass.
okay,
And so,
okay, Queen Alexis. Let me play devil's advocate real quick. For
shit.
previous cases, let me just play devil's advocate. Like George Floyd, they want to bring up his past convictions. Like Trayvon Martin, they want to bring up he was suspended from school for smoking weed. Or like many other cases, people dig into people's social medias, but that's only what is put out there. But when you dig into it, there is that shouldn't go against them being fair about what happens, right or wrong.
Right? But if you
So
shoot at the police, come on now.
and and
This
that's
is
my
not
point.
a case
I
of Judge or George Floyd or Trayvon Martin. This is a case of you turned around, took off running, turned around and started shooting back at the police officers. So you
and,
shot first.
here's my question. I saw a lot of people on social media. I saw a lot of the videos when everybody was like, "We gonna tear we gonna tear this bitch down tonight. We gonna burn this thing up. We gonna do this." The police, yes, they should have de-escalated the situation, but you cannot scream to say what happens when things happen in our neighborhoods, like where is our protection? But then when somebody does the right thing and calls that they see somebody having a gun at a park full of kids and the police come and they assuming that he's armed, then that's just my whole thing. Like we can't be straddling in the fence. And that brings me to another point I would like to make. All you people who was out there looting and going downtown and tearing downtown up and all up and down Michigan Ave, the Gold Coast, just going through it. If it was really about the police, why one precinct was never touched?
Not one.
Why? Why one Chicago precinct touch? Y'all went way past Chicago headquarters.
You went past 35th in Michigan to go downtown. Never.
You you didn't meet up
You
to
didn't even
go.
touch,
You
girl, they
didn't meet
didn't
up.
even touch the Thompson Center. What the hell?
You didn't go to the Thompson Center. You didn't go. You didn't try to one up in City Hall. You didn't try to tear the mayor's office up. You didn't try to
Didn't do
do
none of
any
that.
of that. You didn't try to throw those cocktail bombs up in there. Y'all didn't go down to Cook County and do stuff there. Y'all didn't do any of that. And I just want to say this. I've been one to say, do not compartmentalize the Black Lives Matter movement with when we're trying to fight for crime that happens in our own neighborhoods. Those are two separate issues. We need to deal with the crime that happens in our neighborhoods when other blacks are killing other blacks, but that does not take the fact away that we should have our rights and police officers shouldn't kill us. We should get our due process and all of that. We should be treated the same way our white counterparts are. I always advocate for that. Do not compartmentalize and bring those two arguments together. But I have a question for that 3-year-old who got shot on Father's Day, for that 9-year-old who got shot in Cabrini Green, for that 10-year-old girl who got shot in Little Village, for all of those little girls and boys who've gotten shot in drive-bys and bullets have went into crowds with little kids. Where was y'all at?
Quiet
Where
as
was y'all at
kept.
looting? Where was y'all at demanding justice for these kids? Where
It
was
was
y'all at
quiet.
asking the police officers to hold these criminals accountable?
It was quiet.
Where was y'all
Mighty
at?
quiet.
Because we are dying in our communities. And y'all going in and looting. We have kids who are about to start distance learning, e-learning in a few weeks. If y'all was running into them Best Buys and Apple stores, how many of y'all stole MacBooks and computers and laptops and iPads and tablets for those kids?
They stole TVs.
How many of y'all made sure that y'all stole school supplies for them? But y'all stole a Gucci belt?
To
Mind
put
you,
on some, they stole a Gucci belt to put on an
to
Old
put
Navy
on.
jeans. That's funny.
Yes, y'all, and it makes no conceivable sense whatsoever. And I'm always one to look at the other side, and that that brings me to my point. The city's response and how much is this on Mayor Lightfoot, the CPD, and like what the looting was really for. So Mayor Lightfoot and and the superintendent, they had a press conference Monday morning. And when I tell you, I have never seen Lori Lightfoot look so like she woke up to this on a Monday, y'all. On a Monday. And I was like, oh, we finna go on punishment. We finna go on punishment.
Ain't go nowhere now. Thanks.
We finna go on punishment. So I'm really confused. So um she went on her press conference and the superintendent said that it should be stricter policies and prosecution for all of those who looted before and back in June, I believe, and all of those, and it should have been stiffer policies. And then one of the reporters said, so what you trying to say that the prosecutors weren't doing their job? And in a lighter note, Mayor Lightfoot was like, no, you don't bait us. Like she had the mama finger, like don't bait us, boo boo. That's not what
All
I'm
she
saying.
had to
Don't pit
do
us
was
against the torts.
Chanel. All she had to do was brought it, put in the clap. It would have been over. She'd have been officially black woman up on this press conference. What you not gonna do is bait us in the first place. What you not gonna do ever? Child, y'all done pissed her off. Ooh, she was so mad the woman was shaking and her eyes was watering. When a black woman gets to crying, her eyes be crying, watering, and she almost crying because she mad. She about to whoop your ass. That's how mad y'all got Lori Lightfoot up in this one. Y'all got her that mad.
Like literally got her extremely like upset. Like she was upset, people. And I don't even blame her because here's my thing. Politicians should be held accountable. Always. Um the new superintendent, I believe his name is David Brown. he should be held accountable completely. But I just don't understand how problems within the Chicago Police Department and the mayor's office are squarely on the shoulders of a new mayor and a new superintendent.
I don't get that
Y'all
either.
need y'all.
I don't get
I,
that
I I
either.
I I don't get that. Chicago has had violence for years. Chicago has had things happen for years, and mind you, this is Mayor Lightfoot's first term. First term, and she's dealt with a pandemic, an economic collapse, two looting incidents from downtown. The first looting incident went into the neighborhoods, dealing with all of the things, dealing with the president of the United States coming at her in the national
Oh,
media,
yeah.
threatening to send the troops because Chicago is his waste talk. He wants to always say Chicago is Afghanistan and Iraq. And I just want to say this for everybody who lives outside of Chicago and who's listening and hear all of these things, Chicago is one of the best cities in the world. It really is. I love my city. We have some of the best cultural experiences, the best music, the best food, the best people, the best entertainment, all of it. But we have problems like every other city. But our city sometimes is the token city, and you know what happens every decade. Sometimes they be talking about South Central LA. That was real big in the '90s, in the early '90s, late '90s, early 2000s. It was about New York. Now it's
Hmm.
Chicago's turn. So
Here we go.
understand the pattern. Understand the pattern that there's always an agenda behind putting predominantly black cities. Mind you, South Central LA got gentrified hard and moved a lot of the people out. New York, places like Brooklyn, Harlem, Queens got gentrified hard. What's happening now in Chicago is the same thing. Crime goes up. They try to raise rent and raise prices, saying, "Oh, and all these businesses leave these areas, leave them out for dead." And these communities suddenly get a brand new life with the influx of new residents. Mind you, gentrification. So keep your eyes open. Y'all need to concentrate on what's important and stop getting tricked by all the foolery and fuckery, because that's what it is. They
Hmm.
did the same thing in the late '80s and in the '70s with Gary, Indiana, when they took away all the steel mills and left that city abandoned. They did the same thing with Detroit. So it's a pattern that continuously happens, especially in black cities. The reason a city like Atlanta is thriving is because it's in a very rooted Republican state of Georgia. So, and mind you, when once a crime spree suddenly hits Atlanta and becomes real bad, they're going to be talking about Atlanta too. Same way they talked about Miami and Dade County in the '80s. So it happens all the time. But I didn't hear y'all give Rom this much smoke. I didn't hear y'all give the dailies this much smoke. And all of you who are saying, well, Lightfoot, she ain't no Harold Washington, she ain't no Mayor Washington. Half of y'all wasn't even alive when Harold Washington was elected.
At all.
Y'all didn't even know who Harold Washington was. Y'all hear about it from your grandmama and your mama, or going to the Dusabu Museum. So do not give me that. Y'all don't even know what Harold Washington ran on, who he was. Y'all probably ain't never heard the man's voice. But y'all want to
Let me
compare him. You want to compare
go ahead.
him to Lightfoot, and it's just amazing to me. Y'all putting this all on a black woman in her first term, but y'all don't hold these white mayors we've had accountable the same way y'all trying to hold her feet to the fire. Y'all criticizing her when she's into a system that has been rigged for years. But then y'all the same ones who complain that we ain't got nobody sitting at the table.
So let me
Go
interject
ahead,
on that point. Let me interject on this point. It sounds like to me the way that Chicago is going after Lori Lightfoot, and I don't want to say all of Chicago. Cause there's some people that backs her up and everything. I'm one of them. If you're mad, be mad. I don't care. Um, us black people is the main ones talking about Lori Lightfoot needs to get fired. Lori Lightfoot needs to get fired. Lori Lightfoot ain't protecting this city. Lori Lightfoot ain't doing this. Mainly black folks are saying this. Reminds me of somebody's first term in presidency. Was it Obama? I feel like I'm starting to feel like that black people is looking for a black savior to come in and be
Change
like
everything.
abracadabra, everything is changed in one day and don't get no help whatsoever. Now we finally got a governor and a mayor that ain't fighting against each other, fighting against injustice, but we can't see as much of an effect, that good effect that they are doing for the city off of nigger shit like this. Come on. They got to deal with that. This is the first ones that, after years and years and years of the mayor and the governor saying we ain't got the money for it, we ain't got the money for it, closing down schools, we ain't got the money for it, we ain't got the money for it, came in the door and found all the money and put
Exactly.
it in its rightful place.
And
Put it
and
in its
and
rightful place. Not no leisure shit. Actual, put it in education, put it in technology, put it in the police, put it in healthcare, everything. The reason why we was able to have a stimulus check, probably because we found the money. Ah,
exactly.
ah. Ooh, the
Exactly.
reason why we got the unemployment benefits and was able to do $600 a week is because we got the money. Ah, ooh. But yet y'all steady talking shit about this woman that gotta fix everything, everything
And y'all don't
that's
hold
been
accountable.
accumulating over years. Y'all want to put it on her instead of helping her. Because what happened Sunday night, Monday morning should have never happened. What happened in May and June should have never happened. And I get it, y'all mad. And I get it, y'all tired of police brutality and everything. But baby, we tired. Y'all got to be tired of marching, rioting, and looting, and on repeat. Do something better.
Exactly.
Half of y'all either can't vote or won't vote. Y'all don't
And
research who you gonna vote for at all. But as soon as you see somebody black, just because they black, I want them up in this mug. And don't see if they really looking out for us or not, or even going off for people that's not black, but still got us in their agenda to help us out and help us become better as a people. Y'all too busy talking about because y'all too ignorant about it. What happened on this past weekend was just some nigga shit. Y'all just
it
wanted to come up.
and it was
Let's just be
ignorant.
all the
And
way honest.
it was ignorant. And that leads us to my next point. Shouldn't we as black people take more responsibility and get all the facts before jumping to conclusions?
Yeah,
So y'all know the he say she say stuff. So let me give y'all a little facts so we can know. Latrell Allen, 20 years old, was charged with first degree murder for firing at officers. A judge set a bond for 20-year-old Chicago man who was involved in the Inglewood police involved shooting. The officials say that sparked the recent looting spree. The prosecutors say Allen was armed with a gun at Inglewood Park where children were playing Sunday afternoon. When police arrived, they say he took off and fired at them during the chase. Officers returned fire, striking Allen in the shoulder, according to Superintendent David Brown. As of Tuesday night, Allen was still in the hospital but expected to recover, police said. He is a convicted felon and has two other pending misdemeanor charges, police say. But frustrated Inglewood residents spoke out Monday about the police handling the incident as tensions rose. Um, so yeah, here's the facts. I heard a lot of rumors. He was a 15-year-old kid. He got shot 8 times. He got shot in his face. He got shot in his back. He got shot 8 times. He got shot 3 times. He didn't have a gun. He did have a gun. His mama was on the news talking about, well, just because he got guns don't mean anything. And the police ran into my house, tearing everything up for me to look for him. And he was in all of this. Oh, he died. He was in the hospital. He's in surgery. Oh, he's on life support. I heard it all. They didn't kill him. He was 20 years
What?
old, and he was brandishing a gun in an Inglewood park. Now, I saw some videos. Some police officers could have handled it better, but we have to give grace to police officers in order. We cannot always antagonize. We can't. No, no police officer should one up on us and have the audacity to come in our face and demand anything from us because we have rights, and that is very true. But what we shouldn't do is, if they're trying to secure a crime scene, if it's a hot Sunday afternoon, they're trying to figure out what happened, answering it to their superiors, and they're in a high crime area. Y'all should not be cursing in them face and running down the street. They shot a 15-year-old kid. We need to. Why not get all of the facts? Why not try to figure out what happened? There was some very prominent social activists who said that they went down to the crime scene. When they found out it was what it wasn't, then they said, yo, we don't need to be here. This is not what we think it is. And they're very well known. And the problem is, none of y'all chose to get facts. Y'all ran off of what somebody said in Facebook, and y'all was an opportunist. So shouldn't we take responsibilities for what happens? Our perception and our image is very important. No, I'm not saying go be a good little black, like they say, be a good little black slave. No, what I'm saying is we need to think smarter and not harder. They already want to keep us oppressed and down. Why give these people even more of a reason? Why instruct modern day Jim Crow? Because I'm telling you what's going to happen. Now that all of these businesses have been looted for a second time downtown, you know what's going to happen when things do get back to normal, when we aren't wearing masks anymore, when we can go out freely, when there isn't COVID-19, where there is a vaccine, where we have finally gotten rid of this invisible enemy. Those stores are now going to not allow for more than 1 or 2 black people to be in that store at a time. Now they're going to call the police. Now they're going to have security follow you around the store. And you're talking about racial profiling. Yeah, because they're trying to protect their merchandise. Why give
Amen.
these people a reason to be more racist? And half of y'all are looting places and jobs where there are people in those same communities that y'all come from gotta go work now that they can't go to work, and their unemployment could have been up from having to stay home due to the crisis. Now they got to get back on unemployment. We hustling backwards, people.
Mm-hmm.
Why I always say, why give the devil another sin?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that? And like I like to say, black people, why are we consistently in this trauma Olympics? No building is more valuable than a black life. But we can't continue to say, what about the looting that has went on in our communities? What about the things that has happened in our communities? Yes, those need to be addressed. Yes, I believe that the city's response, as quickly as y'all can make a task force to find the people who looted, is as quickly as y'all need to make a task force to find out these criminals who killed these babies. It's as quickly as it needs to be a task force to give people resources for their homes and for their
Right.
rent.
Right.
That yes, the
Right.
mayor, the same fury that the mayor has for what has taken place downtown. Yes, I want her to same that have that same fury for the children that are dying. Yes, I want them. Yes, I want police to have more of a relationship with the community, and we need to demand that. We need to have more community policing. But you know what community policing is? It's the community working with the police. Give it. You need to go to those CPD meetings in your neighborhood. You need to go to those city
Mm-hmm.
council meetings. You need to go to those block club meetings. You need to have those neighborhood watches. You need to find out who patrols your area. Who are these police? Who's patrolling my area? You need to go to the police station and say, hey, I live in this neighborhood and I'm concerned and these are my concerns. You need to file those complaints. We need to stop whining and go into action because there's only so much marching and stomping and we shall overcome we can do. We need to vote. We need to take responsibility and we need to stop with the trauma Olympics. Yes, we have suffered systematically for years. And yes, the government has not always been kind to us. But what we have to stop doing is keep just going in circles like a broken record. Because I'm tired of it. And this looting was so ridiculous. No, I'm not outraged that y'all broke some property downtown. But what I'm more outraged about is y'all, as soon as they kicked y'all up from downtown, y'all gonna go over on the west side and loot your own communities again.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to try to bring that out south where they kick you out of the Walmart on 109th. Where my mom, when she was trying to get her Walgreens prescription on 95th and Ashland, they closed the Walgreens down. They closed Chicago Ridge down. They closed the Walmart down 95th and the Sam's Club down because they didn't want looting. So we couldn't even get food. And half of y'all who stole those TVs and all of those Gucci belts, we had a storm that same night. Tornado watches. Y'all didn't even bother to look at the news or what was going to happen. And now y'all sitting in the dark with a new smart TV. How smart are you?
Big and pretty. Big and pretty and off. I
Y'all
wouldn't
didn't
be
go,
surprised if their lights was already off before the storm. I'm just saying.
but y'all didn't try to break into Home Depot to get a backup generator.
Not at all.
Now y'all here with TVs and Nikes and Gucci's and Louis Vuitton and a whole bunch of liquor that y'all can't even keep cold because your power is out.
And it was hot.
And it
So
was
if
hot
y'all
and
got some ice, it was, if y'all got some ice, it melted. So you a dummy.
half of y'all's power not gonna predict it to be back on to Saturday. That means y'all got 2 more days.
Uh-huh.
And
Since
anybody listening
Monday,
to this
uh-huh.
uh, and um and anybody listening to this podcast who has any issue with what I'm saying, you can call if you're not already on this line. But if you listen back to this podcast, whether it's on Google, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you're listening from, you can ever so kindly call back the following show if you have an issue with anything I had to say. Absolutely anything.
or you or you can email us at redlinepodcast2020 at gmail.com. And we will email us.
Go ahead. But yeah,
Ooh, you can email us
so
your concerns. Go ahead.
yeah, but I just totally just don't understand people. Like I don't because y'all really just had me bamboozled. So let's talk about. I wanna jump into talking about the Loon Task Force. Is that a resource we really need? I believe yes and no, simply because Um, we need to hold the people accountable. When I sent Alexis something in her inbox of all these people with their mug shots who got caught, it was just so like, oh my goodness, like
Come
what's
here.
going on? Like, and
And
half
they
of y'all was
and they
old,
getting
and y'all was
felony charges.
old felony charges. So let me I'm gonna go to my inbox right now, real quick, and let y'all know like this was just funny. So a lot of y'all are have been charged with a felony one first degree felony count of burglary and a felony account of looting. And y'all are the ages of 30, 28, 36, 30, 29, 35, 25, 32,
Dumb,
32,
dumb,
32,
dumb, dumb.
33, 40,
Go
40 years old.
ahead.
And so one of them is 55, 54. One was
Your ass going
62.
out there.
One of them was 62. Another one was 34. Another one was 39. The youngest one I see here is like 21. He was still a baby. The
Hold on.
36. So,
Hold on. Hold on.
so,
Did you say
so,
54 and 62?
yeah, and they mug shots were just funny. Like, they mug
What's
shots were just
your
funny.
dumb fool?
So, so I'm not blaming the loot on the millennials or the Gen Z. Like, yeah, some of y'all was out here in these streets, but you old heads for real.
What you
So
doing up
yes,
that early? What you doing up that early?
why y'all out and why y'all looting? Should y'all be taking y'all blood pressure pills? Like, what's going on? But on all seriousness, I just it's yes, we need that, but we also need task force to address a lot of the problems that have gone on in our community as far as the crime, as far as getting a lot of things out of the way. And I just really feel like there's a lot of components to us as black people that need to be addressed and that have to be dealt with in a lot of ways. So I don't disagree with it, but we have to find new solutions. Like, CPD has to be creative because it's not just putting more police officers out into the street is going to solve everything, and lifting the bridges and stopping trains at a certain time is going to stop this from happening. From the first time this happened, my biggest question is how it get out so far on social media, whereas they was able to come down there in droves, and y'all as the police, y'all didn't get the insider information like the Chicago police. Y'all really got caught with y'all pants down for a second time in a row. Like, these things need to be addressed, because what I don't like is that not only big businesses got hit, which they have insurance, true enough, but you got small businesses down there that got hit, boutiques and shops that are trying to already overcome being shut down by a pandemic, then being shut down by looting again, then now y'all looted a second time, and a lot of these businesses are gonna move out of these communities that we need them to be in. So, like I said, we need to pull together as a city, as residents. And as far as a lot of the Lincoln Park residents and the Gold Coast residents and all of y'all who feel so unsafe in the city and threaten Mayor Lightfoot that we're going to have to move from the city because it's too dangerous, welcome to living on the South and West Side.
Okay.
We
Shit.
deal we deal with this reality every day. And Mayor Lightfoot, you shouldn't bow down to them claiming that they're gonna leave they $100 million, $100,000 condos when people in the hood been saying that we've been feeling unsafe for years. Now, granted, you're a first time mayor, so I'm giving you grace. But you do need to address these concerns from the people in these neighborhoods, because we wouldn't be ransacking and ravaging these upper scale neighborhoods, because you got to think about the mental. Like, what mentality do you have to straight up ram a car into a plated glass door to steal something? Some of it is ignorance, some of it is poverty, some of it is just feeling like I have nothing else to live for, so I'm going to get all that need to get. So there's so many things that need to be addressed and need to be talked about that we can't all talk about on this one show, but will be addressed and we will talk about. And I just believe that us as a community, especially Chicagoans, we need to come together and figure some things out. Like, seriously, stop with the divisiveness. Stop with all your ranting on Facebook. And not saying you can't rant, but making a Facebook video and getting angry. Like, we really need some solutions. And you OGs out there who claim you OGs, y'all need to talk to these younger ones and try to build a relationship with them. Instead of saying they ignorant, find out why they feel this way. Why they feel like smoking weed and drinking lean is the wave. And that's the truth. But and I believe us as black people are playing victim a little bit too much. And we really need to own our own stuff in our own communities. Like, I want this outrage when these babies are getting killed. Like, we really need to have this outrage when these kids are getting killed. Like, it's very important and it's very vital because y'all, they're living in a pandemic too. They're living in a crisis too. And we need to fix this. If not for your sake, for their sake. And have them grow up and not and I know a lot of y'all were parents who got locked up. So now y'all got probably DCFS in your case now, and your kids are probably getting shifted around a few weeks before they gotta go back to school. Like, for real?
That ain't
That's
something
not
that a
even
kid should be
cool.
going through about to start school ever. Ever. Never.
And y'all saying y'all hit this lick for your shorties, but now you locked up and all of you women out there was running and running behind and doing these and y'all got kids. Like, that wasn't even cool. All you guys out here is some of y'all already have records. So, like I said, stop giving the devil another sin. Stop giving the system any more reason to be more racist against you. Yes, we need jobs in our communities. Yes, we need resources in our communities. And we need to fight to make sure that they happen. And we need to hold everybody accountable and they feet to the fire. But sometimes when you are, like the Bible said, don't point out the speck in my brother's eye and there's a log larger than yours. Yes, there are
So
specks
true.
all through the government, but look at the log in our eyes. What are we doing to fix this and make this thing better? So, on a lighter but still serious note, I would like to introduce a new segment alert to the show. Today we introducing a new segment. It might just be for this show or right when I get well ready to introduce it. And the name of the segment is called What You Not Gonna Do. Inspired by Miss Madam Mayor Lightfoot from her press conference. So on today's What You Not Gonna Do, I want to talk about this thing. So as many of you may or may not know, Democratic nominee for President Joe Biden has made his pick for vice president, and that is Senator Kamala Harris from California. And what you're not gonna do is slam this black woman and say, I'm not gonna vote for them, but in the same breath say, Trump gotta go. What sense does that make? I have no clue. Kamala Harris is,
None.
is, a,
None.
is a Howard is a Howard alum, aka she was a district attorney for San Francisco, then an attorney general for California, then a United States senator for California. She was a former presidential candidate, and she dropped out of the race. And a lot of y'all were saying, "Well, look at her record on on criminal justice. And look at what she did when she was a attorney general. And Joe Biden, the things he said and the things he did. What you're not gonna do is continuously slam, because I think y'all just want to find a reason not to like who not to like it. Y'all want to complain that this is a two-party system. Well, maybe you should be an independent. Or maybe if you should have got out in those primaries and voted for a better Democratic nominee if you didn't like Joe Biden. And no, I don't agree with everything Joe Biden has said. I haven't agreed with everything Joe Biden has said on the campaign trail. I haven't agreed with everything Kamala Harris has done in her career. But what we're not going to do is dissect every little piece of the nominee of the Democratic Party. And we did not do it for Trump. And he continues to show us who he really is. He said today on live television on Fox News that he is not going to give the United States Post Office the $23 million help it needs so it can run properly for these United States elections. He is about to commit election fraud, and he's admitting it because he knows this will be the highest turnout for mail-in votes due to COVID-19. You have him who have totally fumbled this pandemic. But we steady talking about Kamala Harris and
That's
saying,
y'all
oh,
priority right now.
y'all steady, instead of trying to get this right. She is the first African American woman of Jamaican descent and Asian descent to be in this position. We constantly say we don't have a seat at the table, and Joe Biden is giving her a seat at the table. We have said for years that black women should be running the world. Do you realize how old Joe Biden really is? So this is not only setting, he's not only picking a presidential candidate that can set this country up, a vice presidential candidate that can set him up for the next 4 years. We're thinking long-term plans, baby, for the next 12 years, for the next 18 years, because she's only 54 years old. She is very young. Same way Joe was in there with Obama for 8 years and is trying to become president. Joe gets elected. Let's say he gets at least one term. He is not healthy enough to pursue a second term. Who you think is going to run after him for the Democratic ticket? It's going to be Kamala Harris. So what you're not gonna do is slam this black woman. What you're not gonna do is be here talking about I'm not voting for them. They're not exciting. We gotta pick the lesser of the two evils. How many? Trump is as evil as it comes. He's misogynistic, xenophobic. He is misogynistic. He is homophobic, racist, xenophobic. All of it. He is corrupt. He has the attention span of a preschooler. He is just so wrong. And a matter of fact, I don't even want to say that because some 5-year-olds got more attention and have a better temper than he does. So, what y'all not gonna do is say y'all not gonna vote, but then complain about Trump getting 4 more years. I don't want to hear y'all mouth. I don't. Either say I don't agree with his choice, but continuing to slam her and try to put her record like y'all doing Lori Lightfoot, like y'all do every black woman. But that's another show. Cause y'all quick to call black women to the carpet. So let me ask you a question. I bet y'all if Joe Biden said, I'm gonna have Jesus Christ be my vice president, half of y'all would be like, well, Jesus, he was a fugitive. He was
They did
crucified.
say Jesus is black.
So some of y'all just find a reason to complain. Alexis, sing that beautiful song for me one time.
Niggas ain't satisfied. Niggas ain't satisfied. Niggas ain't
Ain't
satisfied.
satisfied. Hit the
Niggas
vibrato.
ain't
The vibrato.
satisfied. Niggas ain't
Yes.
satisfied. Oh, niggas ain't satisfied. Y'all ain't never satisfied.
And
Y'all ain't
and, and
never
never.
satisfied.
Oh, oh,
Y'all
oh,
ain't
oh,
never
oh, oh, oh,
satisfied.
oh, oh.
Y'all
Oh,
ain't never
oh, oh,
satisfied.
oh, 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 oh.
Never satisfied. Never. I mean, it's just too much. This is too much. Y'all sitting up here, and I'm gonna piggyback on what Chanel said. Y'all want him out, but then y'all don't like who is representing Democratic Party. Y'all ain't vote. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all always make pick and pick and pick and pick. But she
So
did
who's the
this.
perfect
But she
candidate?
did this. She did that. She did this. He did this. He did that. We need somebody to go up and get rid of this crazy fool about this office
And then,
before
and,
the rest of the world send nuclear missiles on our country. I want to live long enough
and
for me to make it to Africa. Damn it. Shit.
and another thing before we wrap up, I have to say this. If you feel like that their values don't align with yours, or you feel like Joe is not that exciting and Kamala is not that exciting, like, we're not asking for the most exciting candidate. No, we're asking for the most practical. We're asking for the most intelligent. But mind you, Joe Biden was a senator. He was a vice president for 8 years. Kamala Harris, I read you her resume. They have more experience than Trump has ever had. But this
Ever.
fool got to be president. And also, I can't wait for this debate with Kamala and Mike Pence. She gonna do him so dirty. And
She
all your
better
shouts
tear
out to
his ass up.
And all your shouts out to everybody who went to HBCU, especially my AKAs. Y'all finna act the fool. I know y'all finna act the fool, especially the Howard alums. You won't be able to tell them
Y'all,
Howard alums nothing.
y'all better
And that's
see
and
when
that's
y'all
and that
got.
butts to the polls. But that's what makes me have
Okay,
hope, because y'all know how many AKAs are in this whole country? I'm just
I better
saying.
see green and pink. We better see green and pink up in that mug.
I
It
better see
better
some
look funny than a mug.
y'all better stroll and be like, HU, I better see all my Howard alums, all my AKAs. Matter of fact, all of my Black Greek letter fraternities and sororities coming to represent. You Q dogs, you Kappas, you Deltas,
Now,
you Sigma Gamma Rhos, all of
even
yous.
the iota.
The iotas, the
Stroll up
sigma,
in there.
all of y'all. Y'all better go to the polls this November 3rd. So that concludes my segment of what you're not gonna do. And thank y'all for listening. So, as we pull into the 95th Street station, please grab all your belongings and exit. This is as far as this train will go. As you head up the stairs, the elevator, and the escalator and head to your next destination, we want to thank you for riding the red line with us. Please come back next Thursday and every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time right here on TalkShoeRadio.com. You can call us at 717-734-6904, show ID 511-6519. You can also check us out on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube page, The Red Line Podcast. Like, share, turn on those post notifications for all upcoming videos and episodes. Also, we on Google Podcasts as well as Spotify. Don't forget to follow us. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell some more friends to follow us on our Facebook page, the Red Line Podcast, featuring loose squares for our upcoming events and show topics. Also, if you're interested in promoting your event or your business or any other business inquiries, or just to reach out to us and talk about some things that you feel like we should be doing on the Red Line Podcast, please email us at redlinepodcast2020@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram at NellySwag09. You can follow me on Twitter at NellySwag09, as well as like my Facebook page at NellySwag09. You can Also, shoot me a friend request on my personal page, Charnel Nelly Logan. And yeah, just reach out to me, talk to me, tell me what's going on. And follow me on Snapchat as well, Nelly Swag09. And get in tune to all my social media pages, and we'll let you know what's going on and all upcoming events. And yeah, so Queen Alexis, what you got coming up? Where the people can follow you? Let the people
Well
know.
now, well now. Well now. Okay, so this just in tonight at 9 p.m. on Instagram on the Soulful Entertainment Productions page. That's all lowercase Soulful Entertainment Production is not POR, not PRO is PRD Productions. Okay, we will be in an interview with Stick Talk on Instagram Live at 9 p.m. Central. So head over there to Soulful Entertainment Productions Instagram page and tune in, like the page and tune in. So you will hear the interview with our CEO, Daniel Davis, and our Vice President, Devontae Davis. Yeah, they not no relations though. No relations at all. I will be on there as well. Also, you can find me every Tuesday night here on Talk Shoe Radio for the Mountain Queen Open Mic night at 8 o'clock. Same number 717-734-6904. That show ID is 2864394 pound. And you will find me also on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock with the Mad Hatter, hosted by myself, my boy Devontae Davis, our Vice President of Soulful Entertainment Productions, and Mavis Avis Davis. Call in this Saturday because we're talking about, well, I'm going to be straight up and honest with y'all. We're going to take on the Me Too movement. And I entitled this show Me
Oh,
Too, dot, 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 Me Too, dot, 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 for a check, because a lot of the Me Too movement, and I'm not going to shame this sister who started this movement. I got what she and totally understood the purpose for it, but a lot of these women that came out here and said Me Too benefited financially off of it, and we're going to talk about whether is it a check or is it trauma? Is it trauma for a check? Let's just be quite honest. So tune in this Saturday at 8 o'clock for the Mad Hatters podcast talk show. The number is 717-734-6904. That show ID is 991-5968 pound. Call in and we're gonna talk about it because it's a really touchy subject, but we need to talk about it and also talk about how the movement and the misrepresentation of rape sexual assault have affected other victims of sexual assault. So if you are a victim or if you know people that are victims, whether it's male or female, call in on that show because we're going to have a talk about this movement right here. You can also find me on Instagram, Queen underscore Alexis 1990. You can find me on Facebook, my fan page, Queen Alexis, my regular page, Alexis Sherelle Owens. Find my beautiful face. I'm gorgeous. Be for the gods forever. So,
and you don't know which Alexis you gonna get on that page. You might get the short hair, the wig, the fade, the blonde, the
boo, I
brunette,
got
the red
31
hair. You
wigs.
don't.
I got
You
31 wigs, a wig a day for every month of the year. I will switch it up on you. I don't care. I'm just fabulous like that. But y'all can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Also, you can find our fan pages for all three on Facebook and Instagram as well. And also find us on our other platforms on Spotify, Google Plus, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Yes, we are on national and international internet radio platforms. It is also wonderful. But
yes,
that's
and
it.
I
I'm
am
done.
I'm waiting for a couple of more emails for us to be on a few more platforms. Those will be announced soon as we get the word. So once again, I want to thank y'all for wearing the red line with us this week. We we will be back next Thursday and every Thursday right here on TalkShoeRadio.com. Please call us 717-734-6904. Show ID 5'11", 65, 19 pound. We want to hear from you, your opinions, your topics, and all of the things in there above. So I want to thank y'all once again for riding the red line with us. We have reached 95th in the red line. So please exit the train expeditiously and be on your way. We love all of you. And peace and blessings. And oh yeah, please vote and arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor.
Please
Please.
do.
Just do it. And we gone.
All right.